Welcome back. You're watching Storyboard. Goa Fest dates are out. The 10th edition of the Indian advertising industry's annual event will take place from 9th to 11th April. But as usual, there's uncertainty around the creative abbeys. While Low Lintas and Ogilvy will continue to keep away from the awards, other big agencies including McCann, Leo Burnett and BBDO will also not be participating. Storyboard Editor Anant Rangaswami spoke with the Advertising Club's president and chairman of the awards governing council Pratap Bose to understand what the organizers are doing to address the concerns. Listen in.
So tell me, has the Abbeys improved at all since last year?
Well, I think it has, because given all the controversies that followed Goa Fest over the last 2 years, I think what we did last year was put in a process that was very fair, transparent, and a jury that was really into it, and I think the product that we got last year in terms of the jury process and the processes was very fair in my view, and I think everyone was very happy with the outcome and the results. So we put in a process really where there's very little scope for any sort of controversial ads that might come up and everything. So the weeding out process is there. I don't expect too much of it this year as well. But having said that, I think the process that we've put in place last year would sort of prove its worth in the year that is this year, and I don't expect any major controversies arising out of the judging processes. But otherwise, I think categories like the new categories we've got, which is the Broadcaster and Publisher Awards, and last year we introduced the PR and the Brand Activation Promo Awards. Those are the ones that need a little more encouragement. Those are new categories, and therefore the quality of judging needs to be improved. The quality of entries need to be improved. So by and large, I think this year we've got our act together again, and I don't foresee any problems. Fingers crossed.
Having said that, just yesterday I was reading Business Standard, where they said 2 more agencies are staying away from the Abbeys. So by now you have a sense of participation, not in terms of entries, but the agencies are going to take part and so on and so forth. Are you concerned that those who didn't come last year are not coming this year also, and some others are staying away? And is that a bother for you?
It is a bother. I've said this before. At the end of the day, I think the Abbeys, the Goa Fest festival, would like as many agencies to participate. At the end of the year, at the end of the day, it's, I think, an agency's call whether to participate or not. With the bigger agencies staying away, it obviously takes a bit of credibility out of the awards. But having said that, the long tail, and we've seen the long tail at the Abbeys, that's growing. So every year we keep up saying that, X number of entries have been increased, or the number of agencies' participation has increased. So there's a longer tail, and you must also understand the categories that we've introduced are categories that are not traditionally for creative agencies. Like the digital awards, for example, have gone up many-fold in terms of the number of entries. And like I said, the new categories like promo and activation and PR are, in a sense, creative agency agnostic, and therefore we see a lot more traction coming there. Media has always been a constant, and we never had a problem with the media agencies. But coming back to your question, it does concern me that agencies of the stature of some large agencies that tend to stay away takes a little bit out of the festival. We'd love to have them on board, but like I said, you can only carry a horse or bring a horse to the water. You can't make him drink. Sure. Yeah.
One of the things that I keep reading about is agencies which are staying away. Take an Ogilvy or a McCann. They are making it clear that it is not a boycott of the Abbeys. They are saying there are certain aspects which need to be addressed, and if they are addressed, they'll be more than happy to come. So what prevents this from being addressed between last year and this year?
Nothing really. In fact, we've gone to the agency heads that we believe may not participate, and I've asked them specifically what they would like us to address in terms of their issues. And I think we've done that to a large degree. And having said that, I think we've gone beyond our measure to sort of accommodate them and get them on board. But like I said, if they choose to stay away in spite of that, there's very little that we can do about that. So to answer your question, yes, we have made an all-out attempt to go and meet people, understand what their problems are, address them. we've done all of that.
Right. Over the years, say from the time Goa Fest started till today, the composition of the delegates is changing dramatically, has changed dramatically.
Sure.
And is it becoming less of an advertising festival and more of a communication festival? Is that something?
Yeah, I like the word because that's the word that I often use. I completely agree with that. It's becoming a communications festival because that's the way the world is evolving. If you look at Cannes, for example, and the way it's evolved right now and continuously evolving, it's moving away just from the the main issues like print, television, print, outdoor, to becoming far more relevant in today's contextual world. And therefore, I think Goa Fest is also following that pattern because of the introduction of new categories and a whole lot of people coming in, not just for the awards. I think a lot of people, I think Goa Fest is also not just about the awards, it's about the content, and I think there's some good speakers and good content lined up this year as well. So I do believe that content drives the festival, not necessarily the awards, and that's my objective personally, that if you get the content going, people will come, irrespective of whether there's an award. Having an award is just the icing on the cake, really.
Right. The final question, if you met a marketer, in a coffee shop, what would you tell him that will get him to attend Goa Fest and the Abbeys?
I think it's not about the awards, it's about the content, and I've said that before. If you're able to drive, and we've continuously tried to improve the content in whichever way we can, that's far more meaningful than just the awards. And awards is just a recognition of the good work done in the past year. If you're only coming for that, I'd say don't come. But come for the award, come for Goa Fest, come for the content, come for the 3 days where you get to meet people of your kind, marketeers, advertisers, media people from the broadcast publisher industry. And I think 3 days of just knowledge assimilation in your mind.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for talking to us.
Thanks, Anant.
We're going to take a short break here. When we come back, Pepsi's new TVC.